How's it going, everyone? It is Liam Catterson here as we react to the second episode of the Sandman, which I'm looking forward to checking out, as the first episode was a really great introductory. It was just very fascinating, and it was a really great start, of course, with Dream being captured accidentally by Magus, but it was adequate enough for him anyways, given the fact that he held the keys to giving him what he wanted, but to no avail. So yes, and obviously with Dream's capture led to the ruining of his realm and all of his residents departing, really. So we seemingly are on a bit of a quest to bring them back, of course, into their realm, and to kind of restore the glory that it was once at. So, yeah, since I think it was about a century that he was absent for. So, yeah, and I'm really looking forward to getting into this because it was a really fascinating and wonderful introduction to the Sandman. So, with that said, let's get into episode number 2 of the Sandman. Let's go.
I never found it again.
And yet you remained, while others fled. The royal librarian of an abandoned kingdom.
I never felt abandoned.
Quite the irony, but
I knew you would return.
she loyal. Don't we love to see it? Oh, yeah, the strength ain't there.
You need rest, my lord. And food and perhaps a bit more rest.
Yeah,
and then you'll be back up for
Easy part. The hard part was finding you. You've done a very good job of convincing people Ethel Cripps doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Apparently
She's a
not good
descendant.
Well, I'm not exactly people.
What are you then?
Your worst
Do you
nightmare.
remember the being?
Tell them what happened to you.
I am quite sure they know what happened to me.
And they sat idly by. Oh.
And not one of them came to my aid.
Further extends that betrayal, really, like, especially with
The
Roderick's son.
fates aren't cheap, you know.
Where?
Cain! Abel.
Shit! Cain and Abel.
Morpheus. You've come back. At last.
You need a little
Told you
help,
he'd
but
return.
Cain and bloody
I
Abel,
doubted it.
fuck!
Come in, my lord. Just ask it.
One of you, basically. Because this seems to be a lot more of a stable of Cain and Abel than what you're accustomed to.
Surely there's another way.
I wish there were.
Oh, they're gonna
But
have
the
to...
dreaming must be restored.
You say that as if we're the ones that destroyed it.
It's not.
Oh, it's sad. It's really sad, but... it's not something that Dream is really comfortable with doing either, but has to be done.
You're a very good boy.
Fucking attack my heart.
Of this kingdom with great honor. He will be missed.
For fuck's sake. If you would have told me I would have gotten emotional over a CGI gargoyle, I would not believe you. Wow! What is it sound? Oh. That was beautifully and tragically executed.
Good luck, my lord.
Simpering suck up.
Oh, 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 oh!
I see you just have to listen and trust me.
then I'm afraid we're both dead. Because I don't have them.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
that is too
she
bad.
sold them off.
Wonder if your son knows where they are.
Oh, shit.
How is John doing these days?
Oh, no.
What do you think Dream will do to the son of Roderick Burgess?
Yeah. Something
I'll ask you
tells
one more
me
time,
he
for
will
your son's sake.
not forget the grudge, really.
Where are the tools?
Ah! This is part of the deal.
Lucia, the dreams and nightmares no longer seem to recognize their master.
It's
I
been a
will
while.
know them and take from them what I require. Open my eyes and see what the fates require.
Such a trip, though. Holy.
The symbol of transformation, of life, death, and rebirth. I have gathered my offerings.
Wow. Got what you wanted.
You may ask us 3 questions.
Hey. Oh, nah, that's... You know the whole life, death, and rebirth thing, and then just that? It's reminding me of the Master from the 1996 movie of Doctor Who.
Accuser called Joanna Constantine.
Wait, is that...
Constantine. I knew Constantine, but that was 300 years ago.
Yeah, but was that Jenna Coleman?
Still have the
Clara?
Dream. You know better than that. You get 1 question.
Your gem was passed from a mother to a son.
Where are they now?
Oh, 1 question. It is very, very difficult trying to cover all your bases and try to make further steps on said bases. Is this a mini Gregory?
You don't listen.
It's a
do
mini
you?
Gregory, isn't it?
Attractive men seldom
Gregory
do. I
the Second.
suppose they don't have to. How to make dreams come true, but it also makes nightmares come true. My
win
son
some, you
John
lose some.
took the ruby from me, and then the ruby took John.
Oh, shit.
Oh, where is
Yeah,
it
you win
now?
some, you lose some.
I don't know. Don't want to know.
You're lying, Apple. What makes you think that?
I don't need dreams tools. I have my own.
Oh, shit. Oh! Oh! But they were teeth for eyes! That's fucked!
I think it came from Lord Morpheus.
Who else lackwit? He's trying to buy us off with a baby gargoyle.
He's apologizing!
Or he feels just as bad about losing Gregory as we do.
Like I said, he didn't feel comfortable taking Gregory from you. So...
He's rather cute, isn't he? Gerving.
It starts with a G.
Not his first
It doesn't have to be Gervin. It can be.
Oh, he's gonna murder him again, just... Oh! Just because he called him Gerving. Oi. Not in front of the kids.
Hello, Johnny.
Shit!
Hello, Mum.
So by taking him, not by his life, but
How are you, Johnny?
stability.
Same as ever, slightly bored, highly medicated.
Shit.
And
Trying to have a conversation with my son. We do need to talk.
well, that rarely goes well for either of us. Perhaps I should ask the guard to come in and referee.
We need to talk about the ruby.
Ooh. He wasn't wrong when he said that Effie was lying.
I don't mind getting murdered, honestly. If that's what makes Cain happy, then
Oh,
Hey,
Abel.
what are brothers for, eh? Little brother?
Never heard that before, though. Like, you know what? I don't mind the murdering.
Oh, I'll be fine. He never normally murders me before lunch. He's not much of a...
She is only human.
You know what?
This is Roderick Burgess.
Look how that panned out. I think he's doing right, though, from not taking a Raven. Like, especially if he's beating Joanna Constantine, because that's just going to bring me back some trauma.
And I am never coming back.
He will come after you.
Well, then if he does, he won't be coming back either.
That's a threat, okay. Bold.
Can't change it. Can't save him either.
She's just trying to give him this caution. You're really gonna fuck yourself over there, Core. You're really gonna fuck yourself over by not adhering to any warnings given to you whatsoever. But you do you, buddy. You do you. You're just gonna die. So, whew, nice. So yeah, that was definitely great in terms of like trying to set the stage in regards to definitely seeking out the other items, the items that were taken from him, because that kind of slipped my mind in regards to the fact that Ethel did you know, hijack the items away from Roderick, and just that was the last we saw of her and her son, really. So it was really, really great, not just in terms of not just in terms of picking up the pieces of how the dreaming is just in shambles, and obviously with Morpheus's comments in the last episode about trying to bring the others back, but also he needs that power really returned. So yeah, and I'm sure we're seeing Jenna Coleman. I'm excited. So that was really fun. No, I loved how this episode really pushed things forwards in regards to I guess the trajectory of where the Sandman is going in regards to okay, these are going to be the next steps. He's going to London to meet Jenna Coleman, Joanna Constantine. It's funny, though, because I remember the Crisis on Infinite Earths debacle between Lucifer and Constantine, and of course Lucifer took the mickey about it being Constantine and all of that. So yeah, so it is really, really funny to see that kind of being brought up here. But no, it is going to be really, really incredible because I know Jenna Coleman was in this show, and it's going to be really, really incredible. Like I said, though, don't bring a Raven to her. So that's all I'm going to say, basically. No, but it was really, really great stuff to see, I guess, Morpheus pick up the pieces in regards to his return. It's been a very, very long time, and you saw him try to rebuild, but it just wasn't there, really. He needs his equipment, basically, to make that happen. I am wondering if that's going to be the first season, and like I said, with season 2 being announced, I'm wondering if that's going to be like with Morpheus collecting the pieces. Season 2 is going to focus on bringing people back. I'm not sure, but if I mean, it's too early to say. It's what, episode 2 out of 11, so it does seem like a very, very long journey for 3 pieces, but I'm not really sure about how they're going to handle things, so I guess we'll just wait and see. It's just going to be really, really exciting, because Dream has just been a very, very fascinating character so far. And that really continues in this episode, especially when he went to confront the matter of the sacrifice of Gregory. And you know, I gotta say, I do really love the acting in regards to Morpheus, because we saw him in episode 1 being very still, like for a century that has passed. He was very still and channeling so much hatred, and it was really wonderful to see. And in this episode, the acting was just really incredible, with the fact that there was that hurt, and it was very surreal to have that emotion in regards to the sacrifice of Gregory, because you barely knew Gregory for like 5 bloody minutes, and there comes a very powerful moment where Morpheus has to do something that he doesn't want to do, but if the dreaming has to be if the dreaming stands any chance of being restored, this is gonna have to be the way, really. So otherwise chaos is just gonna run rampant, really. So yeah, it was really emotional. I didn't like it, but like in terms of like, why are they attacking me like a 5 minutes over a CGI, like 5 minutes of not even 5 minutes, should I say, of meeting a CGI gargoyle. So but I gotta also say, though, I really loved the relationship of Cain and Abel, like especially with I guess how they're kind of usually depicted and whatnot. And there seems to be this, I don't want to say benevolence. Murder and benevolence don't really intertwine too well, but I mean, you see Abel just very accepting, really, in regards to you know, I don't mind being murdered as long as he's happy and all of that. So, and they do seem to have this kind of pact, really. So but there comes a point where Abel pushes his luck, and then Cain just snaps out, obviously detailing who I guess is the more unhinged one of the pairing, because obviously we know with the story of Cain and Abel, but yeah, you really do admire the kind of upbeatness, I guess you could say, from Abel. So because I mean, it must get annoying at some point, being like dying over and over again, like there's no doubt Abel has died like countless of times, and you know, he just shrugs it off like, I don't mind, as long as we have a great brotherly relationship. That's all that really matters. So yeah, Abel taking one, really. So yeah, but I also really loved that gesture there from Morpheus about the fact that the egg that he collected during his crossroad adventures, in terms of his offerings to the fates, that was really great, because like I said, I think you could really see on his face he didn't want to do this. It wasn't like, okay, you know what, this is first on my priority list if I want to get the dreaming back to its full peak. I'm going to make sure that that Gregory's going to get sacrificed, basically. He didn't want to do that. That was not his first port call, but he knew that with Gregory being a part of his creations, this was really the only way forward, really. So he couldn't exactly take the life of Cain or Abel. So and there's I don't know, there seems to be this kind of contract, I guess you could say, in terms of their, I guess, immortality there. So yeah, but yeah, it was really sad, like, not just in terms of how wholesome Gregory was, but also in terms of how Morpheus just approached him, and you could see there was regret. So him offering Irving, I guess, was really great. So yeah, But yeah, I also really loved the confrontation with the Fates. Definitely there was that sinister nature, which did as well match with the absence of Morpheus and how dreary things have gone. So yeah, and it really brought that terrifying image as well, like especially when Morpheus was trying to cover all of his bases in terms of his items, and he was left yearning for more because he wanted to know where his path was in terms of the ruby, in terms of the hell, yeah, everything. But it was really difficult because you only get 3 questions, really, and 1 answer. So, and he was trying to have an extension on one particular item, and then that got denied. And it was really great because obviously he was warned that there is this crypticness, so obviously there weren't any specifications. There was just a starting point, really, and that's really what he has to rely on. He has to rely on that starting point, but he wants to make sure, because he cannot afford to not cover all of his bases in terms of the 3 items that he's lost. He has to have a starting point on every item, because otherwise he's just going, there is that risk that he's potentially going to get lost, really. So he can't, he was trying to eke things out, but it wasn't happening in terms of the ruby, for example, in terms of all of the items. So yeah, but no, I don't know, I really loved that. Like, you could really see how how in depth got that Morpheus is, and as a like a character, I guess, and he stumbles. He wants to eke out further questions in regards to the things he's lost, but at the same time, you have to cover all of your bases. You have to have a starting point in every item that you've lost. So yeah. But yeah, it was really great stuff. So yeah, and obviously we saw him be absolutely appalled about the fact that his siblings didn't come to aid him in the many years that have passed. That, and that would probably may have been an easier way forward, but we know as well how Morpheus is just burnt about betrayal. You had Roderick's favorite son be very benevolent to him, and yet because of how he killed Jessamine, so even when he tried to make Morpheus a deal, like, he wasn't having any of it. So but it was also really great to touch upon Corypheon as well, because he was very daunting in the first episode, and I didn't notice the bloody mouth as eyes, really, like in the first episode. You really I feel like you really do get to see it in this episode. Like, you saw the teeth, and it just makes his whole ordeal more terrifying, if anything. So as well as the fact that he, the eyes have the answers, the eyes have it, I guess you could say. So yeah, that's what he was trying to siphon from Ethel, who has done well for herself, but there seems to be that situation where she might have put John in the room to be isolated in, or he was taken, like especially with the fact that he had the ruby. You win some, you lose some, as I said, in regards to the nightmares, and that could really play on in terms of the people who did not have the ruby. They could just deem him as crazy and isolate him, really, because he could not handle the nightmares, really. So but I don't know, for me, I got the implication that that Ethel had him isolated on purpose, really, like, get him out the way. So yeah, but that was the implication that I got in regards to the little exchange between Ethel and John. So there seems to be that betrayal from John, really. So yeah, but No, it was really, really great stuff this episode. It was really great to push things forward in regards to where we're going to be heading, especially since London seems to be the next avenue. Corypheon's not taking any shit from Lucien. Like, she's trying to warn him, but he's like, you know what? He's not going to survive this. So, yeah. He is... he's not afraid of Morpheus, and he's ready to take the fight to him. So, yeah, it was a really, really good continuation from the first episode, because first episode had me impressed, and this didn't differ whatsoever. So I really, really loved this episode. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!